Good evening, friends. Globally, everything had stopped. Projects got delayed, workplaces closed, and schools shut down. The world seemed to have ground to a halt because of the novel coronavirus. Starting December 2019, continued through the year 2020, 2021, and half of 2022, the education system had faced an unprecedented health crisis. That is, COVID-19 pandemic happened. And that shook up its foundation. And even till date, many more strains of this virus to monkeypox is still around. Various governments across the globe had launched a crisis response to mitigate the adverse impact of the pandemic on education. Given today's uncertainties, it is vital to gain nuanced understanding of students' online learning experience in times of COVID-19 pandemic. Their greatest challenges was linked to the learning environment at home, while the least challenge was technological literacy and competency. High school helps students to research, listen, collaborate, lead, be creative and innovative, and put forth consistent and prolonged time, effort, and hard work into activities, classes, and subjects that matter. But what happened to when the education went online in such an important and crucial stage of learning? Manthan with Saraswathi has been in conversation with various personalities from varied fields of medicine, education, social service, entrepreneurs, PhD scholars, all participated. And I have recently wound up the first series of Be the CEO of Your Life. And now, welcome to the Rising Falcons. The odds and hardship during the important phase of life. Let's learn how they face the challenges during the pandemic and the specific strategies that students employ to overcome them. So today we have with us Bhavya Srivastava to share her unique experience during the 2 year of online education. Welcome to Manthan with Saraswathi, Bhavya.
Thank you. So my name is Bhavya and I am 17 years old, almost 18. And I've been staying here in Indonesia since the past 16 years with my family. And I have recently graduated from my school. So my school is done and I'm preparing for my university right now.
Okay, that's good. So, Bhavya, when you talk about high school, what you have been through, and like I said, and this is the time when you prepare yourself to face the real world outside, right? So, if I have to ask you, and there are a lot of various opportunities when you engage with your friends, with your teachers, and your learning, right? So, if I have to ask you, what was your fondest memory of the high school?
My fondest memory of the high school when we were having offline school was once suddenly we just decided, like a group of friends, that we were in no mood to study for our chemistry class.
Mm-hmm.
So we all decided that we would bunk our class and just go into the library and just talk about things. But then we were sort of scared. So we returned back quickly in about 10 to 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily, our teacher was gone to the washroom during that time. So when he returned back, we were all there. And we just said that we had some work, so we were late to the class and we are sorry. So we have been pretty disciplined students and we are very afraid of our teachers, although they are all very kind.
Okay, so the prank which you wanted to play upon yourself did not happen. Like you wanted to bunk and you could not dare to, get to that level to say, oh, we bunked the class. But after that, did you ever try bunking a class? No.
No, we didn't even have the chance to do it again because
Oh.
it happened again.
Great. Okay. Maybe once you enter the college, you should just for the experience, you should do it.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay. Well, I'm not guiding wrong things, but yeah, this is all a fun part, which it happens in high school, right? Okay. Now we are talking about the pandemic hit, and you guys are very special batch. Maybe once the world gets back to normalcy, people will say, what online you were doing and all that stuff. But tell us briefly, what was the benefit of the online classes for a student?
Honestly, I think that like this is something very different from from the conventional view, but students can actually participate better in online classes rather than offline classes, because we used to send a few of our answers to teachers via the chat box, and you can send it privately so the other students wouldn't know what answer you're sending. So it kind of makes you more confident and makes it easier for the teacher also to look through the students' progress throughout. So
So
I think that is, yes.
yeah, you please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Yes, so I think that is definitely one of the main advantages that you can get in an online school.
Okay. You mean to say that you are in for and you would prefer an online class rather than being in personal one-to-one basis class?
I think it depends on what class it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like right now, I finished my school, so I'll be going for university.
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, I wouldn't definitely want to have online classes because I need to make friends over there because it's a completely different place. So in that
Right.
case, I would definitely prefer offline classes. But in some cases, online classes are also not that bad. And
Okay.
personally, in our school, they went pretty well.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So, because we what I've heard about is when online happened, there was the very few of you could get together, get to meet each other because of the COVID around. So, how did you support your classmates during these online classes?
So most of the support that we used to give each other was to like discuss for homeworks, that is for study purposes.
Mhm.
So we used to call each other and just discuss a few of the things, or if we are too busy, we would just text each other, what was your answer for this question, and then this is my answer, let's compare it.
Mhm.
Otherwise, for entertainment purposes, we sometimes watched a few movies together,
Online.
and did have our uh, we did have our share of fun,
Mhm.
but it was not as good as offline.
Okay, fine. So when you have fun, there are some embarrassing moments which comes up. So I want you to share some embarrassing or funny moments which you experienced in the last 2 years of online learning. Like,
So actually, I consider myself to be very lucky because I had seen in social media and heard from a lot of friends that their Zoom got unmuted, so the people could hear the background noises and stuff.
mm-hmm.
That didn't happen to me, luckily, or at least I don't know anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
But there was one incident when teachers used to give us a lot of homeworks. Now, this is not embarrassing, but this is something funny.
Mm-hmm.
So, when the teachers gave us a lot of homeworks, many students from our class changed their profile picture into something that said, please do not give us more homework. And all the teachers used to ask, this is not for my subject, right? I always give you so less homework. And we always used to say that to every teacher, no teacher, it's for the other teacher and not you.
So that must have been fun, like, everybody putting up like a slogan or, a caption saying that please don't give homework and, to escape the homework. That was nice. Very fun. Good, good, good. And, I was reading somewhere and I just came across a quote that, embarrassing moment creates the best memory. I'm not
That's
sure
definitely
how it is
true.
justified, but sometimes these funny moments remain in our life and we think about it for a very long time. Okay, now if I have to tell you, like, imagine there was no COVID, and if I was telling you that go back 2 years, and what would you have done differently?
If there would have been no COVID, then definitely my study schedule would have been much more better.
Mhm.
And I would have definitely the chance to interact around, because in our school, starting from grade 11 and 12, we get a little more active because we joined the Interact Club.
Mhm.
So we did hold some events, but all of them were online, and just a few of them we went to the actual location.
Mhm.
So that is something that I definitely missed on, and I was looking forward to it.
Okay, so that's okay. So that's what you consider, that if you had gone back, this is what you'd have done differently, right? Okay,
Yes.
that's good. And learning a lot from you, and you're sharing such beautiful memories and experiences of your online, because you guys are special. You have done something which I don't think even our generation did, or any not. I'm not sure about the future coming generations, but none of our generation had this kind of work or study atmosphere. Online studies. Okay, now if you were to choose online or offline learning when you go into the university, which one would you prefer, and why would you prefer
As I said, I would definitely want to choose offline studying because I really want to make new friends over there because it's again a completely new location.
that? Definitely.
So I need to like really interact with my friends and I mean would be friends and my professors over there.
Mhm.
So if that would have been online, then it would be really difficult for me in that case. So
Okay,
definitely offline.
or definitely offline. And if the choice was given that you could go in for online, which one would that be? What kind of subjects would that be?
I think a few subjects like social studies, history, maybe subjects of that kind, and especially PE.
So, okay, coming to PE, did you, how was the PE class enjoyed during online? I mean, did you have fun
Uh,
during that? Just outside the box, but then I just want to know.
During our PE classes, our teachers used to make us do just simple exercises, stretching exercises. But
Mhm.
the thing is that none of us really stood up and did all of those exercises. We just sat down and did all of the stretching.
Okay, so you just wanted to just do the class and just get away from that.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Bhavya, you're sharing your beautiful thoughts and experience with us, which will be, fun when we watch it together. I'm going to go into a next section, which is going to have just one-liners, or if you can elaborate, want to have fun with these questions, you can do that. So, my question to you would be: have you ever volunteered in your community?
Yes. So there is this Interact Club, which we were a member of.
Mhm.
And like there were five students from our class, including me, who were in the board members of it.
Mhm.
So we were actually supposed to like conduct many events, but most of them were online because of the pandemic. So we did raise like a few funds for different causes.
Mhm.
We did an escape room once, a virtual escape room. When actually that was when things got a lot better. But before that, just so that the students are still in high spirits, we did a program which is called as the SQ spilling. So it's like spilling session. So we used to just talk about our feelings about the pandemic and all of the things, so that there is like a safe space for everyone to share their thoughts and still be in high spirits.
Okay, that's good. If you're given a choice, what would you rather throw away, friend or an online game?
Definitely online game because I don't play a lot of them and I feel like my life would be perfectly fine without them. But I think friends are really important for a lifetime.
Okay, honestly, how is it you are away from it?
I did used to play a few games, but then the thing is that I get bored of them really easily. So now I don't play any games at the moment. But yes, I do use a lot of social media, which I should reduce.
Mhm.
But yes, no online games as of now.
That's wonderful to know. That's wonderful to know. Even I get bored with online games. I cannot manage anything but solitaire and some that Candy Crush. The point.
Yes, Candy Crush.
Candy Crush.
So my grandfather, he has been playing that game since so many years. I think he has almost done so many levels. I'm not sure which level,
Okay.
but around 6 years. And I can never be so dedicated for such kind of a
Your
game.
grandpa is loyal to Candy Crush, right?
Yes.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. Okay, which is the most used app on your phone?
I think either WhatsApp or Instagram.
Okay, so you're also into Insta. Very nice. Well, youngsters are into, yeah. How do you usually spend your weekend?
Now earlier, even through the pandemic, we used to go to the temple
Hmm.
because there are not many people over there, so we just used to go to the temple, and then while returning back, when the conditions got much better, we used to go to a restaurant.
Mhm.
Otherwise, we either watch a movie or just play games with our family, like there is bingo, there is ludo, and all those online games that we could.
Okay.
Yes,
Very
and but now my weekends are spent studying most of the time.
that's till you get into a university, darling. It's this is the phase when you really have to look
Yes.
into your future, and then you have don't worry about it. Your weekends will be fun once you get into the college. Which activity in online class did you enjoy the most? Which activity was it? Definitely not PE. I'm sure about it. What else was it?
Actually, I think this answer would be same for many, but I really enjoyed all the Kahoot quizzes because, uh, like all of our friends, in some cases, we used to call each other, discuss the answer, and then click onto the option.
WhatsApp seems to be acting as a mediator between all this while your answer is going on, huh?
Yes, and
Okay.
it used to be so competitive that sometimes I used to say that I'm clicking this option, but just before the time ends, I just think that, okay, it's not this option, I'll go for another one. And then my friends used to ask me that, why did you do this option when you told others to do this?
Okay. So good, good. This is nice. And who are the special people in your life, Bhavya?
Definitely my parents and my sisters and teachers. I don't think I would be anywhere I am today without them.
Oh, that's so sweet. They'll be very proud to listen to you. What's your favorite TV show?
Recently, I watched the whole Sherlock series, and I love watching mystery thrillers and movies or shows of that kind.
Okay.
So,
What's the most embarrassing thing you have ever said? You have ever said or done in front of someone you like?
uh, it's not in front of someone that I liked, but like it was just friends. But
Mhm.
still, I was really embarrassed because my one of my friends were like talking to another one, and I thought that the whole time they were talking to me.
Yeah.
So I replied to them, thinking that they were asking me, but it wasn't me.
Okay, so it was again online, or it was in when you met in.
It was offline.
Oh, it was offline. It was offline, and so how did they react to that when you kept on answering everything?
There was a silence for a moment, uncomfortable silence, and then we all laughed.
So none
And
of them
I didn't
said none
understand
of
why they were laughing.
okay, none of them said, "Oh, shut up, Bhavya, that was not for you," and it's for somebody else. No, none of them
Yes,
said
they
that.
said afterwards.
So did they use the word "shut up"? Huh?
No, they were polite to me, but
Okay, very
I
polite.
was embarrassed. That was a different thing.
That's so sweet of them. You have some lovely friends. Okay, if I have to, if this is the last question for the show, and this would be like, what is the most important thing you have learned in life?
This is kind of a funny answer, but anywhere, if you have the choice to sit in a classroom, do not pick the first row because in case the class is boring and you get sleepy, it's gonna make things difficult for you. But
That's
on a much
okay.
yes,
Okay.
but
Okay.
on a serious note, I think that time is really important. And earlier, I used to be late to a few places. Both of my parents used to reprimand me that you shouldn't, you should manage your time well. And now that, especially when we are studying for our exams on a deadline,
Mhm.
so if you do not have a timetable, then you can run behind the schedule, and that makes it much more stressful. So
Mm.
yes, that.
Time is most precious thing in the world. Yeah. You shouldn't waste time. So that's a lovely message you're giving across to the people who would be listening to us. I would like to end the show with an amazing thought of Joan Stahl. Hope lies in dreams, in imagination, and in the courage of those who dare to make their dreams into reality. Friends, ponder over this and enjoy your weekend. Once again, I want to thank Bhavya Srivastava for taking her time out and sharing her online school experience and amazing thoughts which she has and amazing fun which she had with us.
Thank you. Yes,
And
thank you so much for pushing me. It was really fun to actually let your thoughts out.
yeah, it was good, right? And I sincerely want to thank Mr. Suresh for helping me bring this talk show to you. I kindly like the page Manthan with Saraswathi, and this is Saraswathi saying bye bye and thank you for watching.